Cadillac didn't build the Celestiq to compete with anyone. That's the first thing people misunderstand. This isn't a response to Rolls-Royce, Bentley, or Mercedes-Maybach. This is Cadillac quietly standing up and saying, "We remember who we were and we're ready to remind you." The Celestiq doesn't arrive loudly. It doesn't shout for attention. It just exists, massive, confident, and unapologetically different. And the moment you see it, you realize this isn't a car designed to be liked by everyone. It's designed to be understood by very few. From the front, the Celestiq looks nothing like a traditional luxury sedan. The face is sharp, sculptural, almost architectural. The massive illuminated grille doesn't try to mimic chrome-heavy traditions, it replaces them. Vertical lighting signatures stretch downward like a declaration, not decoration. This isn't retro. This isn't futuristic for the sake of it. This is Cadillac deciding that subtlety is optional when confidence is this high. The hood is long and flat, stretching forward like it has somewhere important to be. And it does, because underneath all this presence is an all-electric platform pushing out over 650 horsepower. That kind of power changes posture. You can see it in the way the car sits, even when it's standing still. Move to the side, and the Celestiq really starts to feel unreal. The proportions are dramatic, long wheelbase, short overhangs, and a roofline that flows endlessly into the rear. This is a sedan that looks like it was sketched without worrying about parking spaces. The wheels are massive, because anything smaller would look like an apology. Flush surfaces, clean lines, and an absence of unnecessary drama make the side profile feel expensive in a way that doesn't need explanation. This is the kind of design that doesn't ask if you like it. It assumes you'll figure it out later. And then there's the rear. Wide, clean, and composed. The taillights stretch horizontally, emphasizing width and calm authority rather than aggression. No fake exhausts, no distractions. Just a quiet reminder that this car doesn't need theatrics. It already won by showing up. Step inside and everything changes. This is where the Celestiq stops being a car and starts being a statement about how luxury should feel in the modern era. The interior doesn't overwhelm you with buttons or screens fighting for attention. Instead, it wraps around you like a private lounge that happens to move at illegal speeds. A massive 55-inch curved display spans the dashboard from pillar to pillar, but somehow it doesn't feel like a tech demo. It feels intentional. The passenger gets their own private interface while the driver remains focused, because this car understands that luxury doesn't mean distraction. Materials here aren't selected. They're curated. Hand-finished leather, real metal handcrafted with trims, and details that take hours, sometimes days, to complete. This isn't mass production pretending to be premium. This is craftsmanship that happens to involve electricity. And yes, the roof deserves its own moment. The smart glass roof allows each passenger to control transparency individually. So, while you're enjoying sunlight, someone else can enjoy shade. Because true luxury is not having to compromise. The rear seats are not an afterthought. This isn't the sit quietly while the driver has fun zone. This is executive class comfort with space, technology, and attention that makes you forget the front seats even exist. It's the kind of rear cabin that subtly asks, "Are you sure you want to drive?" Underneath all this elegance is serious engineering. Dual electric motors power all four wheels, delivering instant torque and smooth acceleration that feels more like being pulled forward by gravity than pushed by horsepower. 0 to 60 happens in around 4 seconds, which feels almost disrespectful for a car this calm. And the ride? Effortless. Adaptive air suspension reads the road ahead and reacts before you even realize there's something to react to. It's the kind of smooth that makes potholes feel like rumors. But here's where the Celestiq becomes interesting. This car is not trying to be sporty. It doesn't beg you to push it. And that's exactly why it feels powerful. It knows it can. It just doesn't feel the need to prove it to you every 5 seconds. Every Celestiq is built to order. No two are exactly the same. Colors, materials, finishes, all personalized. That means this isn't just expensive, it's rare. The kind of rare that doesn't end up in parking lots, the kind that ends up in private collections and quiet garages with security cameras. And yes, the price reflects that. This is a six-figure car that comfortably crosses into territory most people won't admit out loud. But the Celestiq doesn't apologize for its cost. It simply asks a different question. What does American luxury look like when it stops chasing approval? The answer is this: a car that doesn't rush, a car that doesn't explain itself, a car that doesn't need to prove it belongs, because it decided that long ago. The Cadillac Celestiq isn't for everyone. And that's the point. Because the moment something is for everyone, it stops being special. So here's the real question: not whether this car is worth the money, not whether it beats its rivals on paper, but whether the world is finally ready to see Cadillac the way Cadillac sees itself. Because after this, it's very hard to look at the badge the same way again.